The rain pounded against the windows like angry fists as Emma stood in the doorway of Michael's home, her hand frozen on the doorknob. Lightning illuminated her face for a brief moment, revealing eyes filled with 5 years of unspoken longing. The storm outside was nothing compared to the tempest raging in their hearts. "Please," Michael whispered, his voice breaking with emotion. "If you stay tonight, I might lose the strength I've been holding for years." Their eyes met across the shadowy entryway, electricity crackling between them that had nothing to do with the storm. 5 years of restraint, of denial, of putting his daughter first, all of it balanced on a knife's edge in this single, breathless moment. If you're feeling the intensity of this emotional journey, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt stories that explore the depths of love, loss, and second chances. Your support means everything to us. Michael Bennett had been living half a life for exactly 5 years, 3 months, and 22 days. The night his wife Amara's car had been hit by a drunk driver, leaving him a widower at 34 and their daughter Lily motherless at just 4 years old. He remembered the hospital's antiseptic smell, the doctor's practiced sympathy, the way his knees had buckled when they told him she was gone. "Where's Mama?" Lily had asked that night, her tiny voice piercing the fog of his grief. "When is she coming to tuck me in? How do you tell a 4-year-old that Mama is never coming back? That the goodnight kisses, the butterfly hugs, the way she sang made-up songs during bath time, all of it was gone forever." That night, holding his daughter's small body against his chest as she finally fell asleep, Michael made 2 promises. He would give Lily the most beautiful life possible, and he would never let anyone close enough to shatter them again. For 2 years, he kept both promises. He learned to braid hair by watching YouTube tutorials. He mastered the art of heart-shaped pancakes and monster-free bedtime checks. He built a successful architectural firm that allowed him to work primarily from home, arranging client meetings during Lily's preschool hours. His mother-in-law helped when she could, but her own grief often made her presence more painful than comforting. Friends drifted away, uncomfortable with his status as the tragic widower. Dating was unthinkable, not just because of his own broken heart, but because of the risk to Lily. She had already lost one parent. He wouldn't subject her to a parade of potential mother figures who might disappear. Then Emma Lawson moved into the house next door, and everything changed. Emma wasn't looking for complications. At 32, she was focused on her career as a child psychologist, having recently ended a long-term relationship with a man who couldn't understand why she chose to work with traumatized children instead of pursuing a more lucrative private practice. "They need someone who sees them," she'd told Michael once, months after they'd become friends. "Someone who understands that their pain is real, even if they don't have the words for it yet." Their friendship began with small kindnesses. Emma bringing over a homemade soup when Lily was sick with the flu. Michael fixing the leaky faucet in Emma's kitchen. Lily, then 6, solemnly inviting Miss Emma to her school play because Daddy says it's important to include neighbors in special things. What started as neighborly courtesy evolved into genuine friendship. Weekend trips to the Children's Museum with Lily. Late-night conversations on adjoining porches after Lily was asleep. Movie nights where they would analyze plot holes while Lily dozed between them on the couch. Michael found himself looking forward to these moments more than he cared to admit. Emma's laugh, soft and genuine, never forced. The way she listened to Lily's rambling stories with complete attention. How she never tried to offer platitudes about Amara or suggest that time heals all wounds. On the 3rd anniversary of Amara's death, Michael and Lily followed their tradition of visiting the cemetery in the morning and the botanical gardens that had been Amara's favorite place in the afternoon. When they returned home, they found a small potted plant on their doorstep with a simple note, "For remembering." It was jasmine, Amara's favorite. Michael had mentioned it once, months earlier, in passing. Emma had remembered. That night, after putting Lily to bed, Michael found himself on Emma's porch, the potted jasmine in his hands, something cracking open inside his chest. "Thank you for this," he said when she opened the door. It was perfect. Emma's smile was gentle. "Would you like to come in? I have wine, or tea if you prefer." They sat in her kitchen, the jasmine plant between them on the table, and for the first time, Michael talked about Amara, really talked about her. Not just the sanitized version he shared with Lily, or the tragic story people whispered about. He told Emma about Amara's passion for photography, how she could spend hours waiting for the perfect light. About her collection of vintage cameras that he kept carefully preserved in their original cases. About how she dreamed of taking Lily to all the beautiful places she'd photographed around the world. "She sounds extraordinary," Emma said softly when he finally fell silent. "Lily has her eyes." "How would you know that?" Michael asked, surprised. "The photographs in your living room. I noticed the first time you invited me over for dinner." Michael studied Emma's face in the soft kitchen light. She was beautiful, but not in the conventional way Amara had been. Where Amara had been all vibrant energy and artistic vision, Emma was quiet strength and healing presence. Different, but equally captivating, the realization terrified him. "I should go," he said abruptly, standing. "Lily might wake up." Emma walked him to the door. "Michael," she said as he stepped onto the porch. "It's okay to feel again. I think Amara would want that for you." He couldn't look at her. "Good night, Emma." For the next 2 years, Michael maintained a careful distance. They remained friends, but he established boundaries, fewer late-night conversations, no more lingering glances. He dated occasionally, brief relationships that never progressed beyond a few dinners. None of the women met Lily. Emma dated too, a fact that twisted something painful in Michael's chest, though he had no right to feel that way. She never brought her dates home, never introduced them to Lily. Their friendship continued, more subdued but still important to both of them. Lily, now 8, adored Emma with the uncomplicated love of childhood. "Miss Emma knows everything," she would declare after Emma helped with a particularly challenging homework assignment or taught her a new constellation during backyard stargazing. On Lily's 9th birthday, Emma gifted her a camera, not a toy, but a real one, with a book of Amara's photography that Michael had published privately after her death. "This is too much," Michael protested when he saw it. Emma shook her head. "She told me she wants to be a photographer like her mom. Every photographer needs a proper camera." Watching his daughter's face light up as Emma showed her how to focus the lens, Michael felt something shift inside him. The wall he'd built around his heart developed a hairline crack. That night, after the party guests had left and Lily was in bed, Michael found Emma in the kitchen, quietly loading the dishwasher. "You didn't have to stay and help clean up," he said, leaning against the doorframe. Emma smiled over her shoulder. "I don't mind. It was a wonderful party. Because of you." Michael moved to stand beside her, taking a plate from her hands. "The camera, the photography-themed cake, the scavenger hunt. Lily will remember this birthday forever. She's a special girl." Emma handed him another plate. "You've done an amazing job with her, Michael." Their fingers brushed during the exchange, and Michael felt it like an electric current through his body. He looked up to find Emma watching him, something vulnerable in her expression. "Emma, I..." The moment was shattered by Lily's voice calling from upstairs. "Daddy! I need water." By the time he returned from tending to Lily, Emma was gone, leaving only a note on the counter. "Had to run. Early client tomorrow. Happy to help anytime. E." The 5th anniversary of Amara's death arrived with a violent storm, as if the heavens themselves were marking the occasion. Michael and Lily visited the cemetery in the morning, between rain showers, but had to cancel their traditional visit to the botanical gardens as the weather worsened. "I think Mom would understand," Lily said as they drove home, rain pelting the windshield. "She always said plants need rain to grow." Michael's heart clenched. "Your mom was very wise." "Miss Emma says that too," Lily replied. "She says Mom's wisdom lives on in me." Michael glanced at his daughter, surprised. "When did Emma say that?" "When I was sad about Mom last week." I went to her house after school because you were on that work call. Lily looked out the window. Is that okay? I know we're supposed to talk about Mom together,